And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
One of my favorite games has always been Pitch Car and Carabande, where you flick a disc around a track. I still like those games, but I think they've been supplanted by the Bicycle/Roadzters game. Now, I've already done a review on bicycles, and you can go check that out. This is basically the same exact game. The difference here is that you're racing cars instead of bikes, but that difference actually makes the game more fun. And so I actually prefer this version more. I'm not going to set up a whole track to show you in this video, but I'm going to show you a little bit about how the game works so you can see how fun it is.
This game is built of straight and curved tracks that fit together really nicely. You kind of put them together at an angle like this, and they snap together so that, you know, I guess you could shake them apart, but for the most part, it's going to be very difficult to shake them apart, and it's really easy to put them together. You then have the option of putting different rails. There's different spots on the side where you can put rails to keep the cars on the track. And you can also put other things in. There's a jump here. And the game also comes with a tunnel that you can place across the track that also fits into these slots. Now, you're racing cars around the track. Now, the cars can roll their wheels, you know, woo-hoo, but when it's not your turn, each car has a plastic piece on the bottom that you can put underneath it and fit in there to keep it from rolling, especially on hills, because the game comes with these little pylons that you can stick on the bottom of the track and thus raise it up a little bit. They work really effectively, better than I would have imagined. Now, how do you play the race cars on this track? You're not actually racing the cars. Instead, what you're using here is what's known as the Z-ball, which is called, why this is called Roadzters with a Z in it, and bicycle has a Z in it. The Z-ball, if you notice, is a ball, but inside, you can hear that there's sand inside it. In fact, the Z-ball for this game, the Roadzters game, is a better quality one than the one that they've used before. It's heavier. And if you notice, it keeps it from rolling. You can roll it, but it will stop almost on a dime. So if I flick it a little bit, you see it stops over here. And what's really neat is that you can actually spin these balls. Now, I'm not good enough to show you. I'm really sorry about that. But there are people who, even if there was no curve on the track here, would be able to spin it around like this. To me, that's amazing. But you can do it if you get the right spin on the ball. This allows you to make really strategic shots. And it doesn't fly all over the way, and it's simple, you know, flicking. And of course, I just shot the ball in before, but we can look at the other one here. That's how the game works. Now, what makes this game neat, in the bicycle game, they just had plastic bicycles, but here you have cars. But if you notice, the back of the car has a ramp on it. So if someone else's car is on the track, I can flick my ball over them by shooting it up the ramp and over. Now, you cannot watch this video and see that and not automatically think, that's so cool, because it is. That is neat. And that adds to me a level. If I was going to pick this one or bicycle, I would instantly pick this one because of that. Now, the game comes with 4 cars, so you have 4-player max. I know you can buy more cars online, and that's one of the disadvantages. I liked how Pitch Car allowed you to play with 16 people. This one you could too, I think. But you'd have to buy more cars from the company. But the rule book itself comes with all sorts of tracks that you can make and design. And if you buy multiple kits, you can make really huge tracks. But the rules are very simple. They have rules about going off track, passing someone else, different kinds of racing where you race against a clock or try to catch the other racers. So there's a lot of different things going on in this game. It's really fun to see the cars racing against each other down the track. Here's the 4 colors that come in the game. And I don't know. This is one that's going to definitely stay in my collection. I can combine it with bicycle to make bigger tracks and race bicycles against cars, although that doesn't really make sense. All in all, a very fun game. Yeah, this is one of those times where I realized I already gave my opinion when I was showing you the game. There's not a lot to say here at the end. So click on all the links here if you like my videos. It's a great game. Check out Roadzters online. Pick up a copy. It's one I think I can safely say will fit in almost any household.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio, and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, this is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.